Hey, what's up, gang? Man, I forgot the damn tape yesterday. um, 2 days after the shooting. It's June 14, 9:29 a.m. Yeah, I can see that. I see the picture. And, living at my homeboy's house. See this? This is where I sleep. Now, see my keyboard. He got his computer. This is his room right here. So, you know, I'm staying here until I get on my feet for now. Everything in the video went beautifully except that part when the girl was being very disrespectful and there was a water scene, a wet t-shirt scene to the model, and she was throwing the water, like they were just pouring the water down her chest like this, right? And they asked, the girl's like, wring out your shirt like this, you know? So she's wringing out her shirt and the water's dripping down and she's tossing the water, she's tossing like this. It's to a pussy. And it looks like she just came. And I was like, nah, what the fuck y'all doing, man? Cut that shit. So it was like, yo, Quack, calm down. I was like, nah, fuck that shit. What the fuck y'all doing, man? You're being disrespectful and all that shit, da 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 da. She's like, yo, she said she didn't mind. She said she didn't mind. She went like the bathroom to change and everything. And I was like, yo, that's disrespectful, man. What the fuck y'all doing? This is not pregnant pussy. This is all about highlighting the booty. And this is not, and you got her looking like she just finished, son. Like, you know, so I really got hot, and it was really the jealousy of the director's girlfriend, in my opinion. Or, I don't know, I felt like she was the jealous type because, you know, the girl has a big ass. She don't have a big ass, and I felt she was jealous from the beginning. She had a screw face on her all through the whole video shoot. It was no positive vibe from her. She always had like this screw face. Now, it could be because me and the director got into our situation. We resolved our situation, but she may be still feeling hot because that's her man, which I understand. But, you know, there's Cliff right there.
What's up, man?
Yeah, so, just saying, I forgot to do this shit yesterday, so I apologize, but, it was overall. It was a successful shoot. Oh yeah, and the model chick talking about qwaack, you know, she did some last minute shit, and that's the thing that makes me not want to work with her no more because she did it last minute. There was no respect there, and she was basically to call. She called me and she got like a battery in the back from the girl who hooked me up, Pontranella, who hooked me up with her. I went through their agency, and their agency said that who I got to hook up through my boy Andre, his cousin Leslie, and his agency said he don't want nothing to do with it because they got into a situation where she didn't trust him and his agency because she just started working with him in a week, and that was because of Pontranella saying what she, I guess, exposing the weakness of the agency and making, you know, whatever the case may be. So the whole thing is, they had their issues and it was bleeding into mine, and we end up dealing with the girl directly, and then he told me he don't want nothing to do with my project. He don't want his name on it. He don't want the $100. He don't want nothing. So I was like, okay. And then she was flipping her words, saying that being that I did the wet t-shirt thing and that wasn't in my contract, which we don't have a contract, you know, I'm charging you an extra $100 after the whole video shoot is done. So me, I'm not a grimy person. I'm like, wait a minute. why didn't you tell me this when I gave you the 400 from the beginning? And she's like, well, why didn't you tell me about the wet t-shirt thing? And I'm like, well, that wasn't my idea. And if you had a problem with it, you heard it too. You could have said, yo, Quack, if I do this wet t-shirt thing, I'm charging you an extra $100. And she's like, well, you know, Leslie said I could have his portion. I was like, okay, now you're switching it. And that's what made me say she's crooked, because she's not speaking straight. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I kind of got hot with her too, because I'm like, yo, I just defended you. You talking about you trying to build relationships with them, so that's why you're acting appropriately, so they can say you're easy to work with, which is fine. But just your ways was very selfish and crooked, like, you know, and very, very, very disappointing. So I ended up giving her the 100 because she's talking to my manager, talking about, right, girlfriend, you know, I'm trying to eat and everything, you know, and you know, I got a son to feed and this, that, the other, and I'm traveling from over there where there's no buses and da 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 da. And it's like, look, man, you acting like you're the only one who's struggling, man. I'm right now living with my homeboy. You know what I'm saying? You got somewhere you can live, man. So I ain't go back and forth tit for tat with her. I just said, you know what I told you, I just want you to speak straight with me, but you didn't, and it's crooked, and you're not, like, it's not the issue of the $100. You could have said that from the beginning, and I would have gave it to you, because you do good work, like, you did a good job. So I don't know, women, boy, like, this business, very selfish. And Pontranella put the battery in the back because she told me she did it. She said, well, you better get that extra 100 for that wet t-shirt shit. And that's when she started saying that. So she didn't even think of that herself, you know what I'm saying? And she came late on top of that. So I could have docked her pay because she came late, and it's not professional coming late. But I wasn't being petty. So just another day. We trying to get ready for the Ducking Me video now. So trying to figure out what camera they use, because we taped their camera, we taped the lights that they use. We're gonna rent all the shit that they got, and then we're gonna run with that. Alright, another day.